In Altadena, some residents are allowed back to survey the loss of their homes.
Yeah, we want to get back to our Jeff Nguyen. He is on Alpine Drive. That is just east of Lake Avenue. Jeff?
Well, Amy and Rachel, I want to give you a sense of what folks are doing today as they come home. This family is gathering whatever they can, and out of respect for the Perez family, I'm not going to touch their belongings, which are now basically artifacts that they have been able to dig out from this wreckage, if you will. Speaking of the Perez family, I'm going to walk over here and join Carlos so you can give an idea of what he's doing, because he's got his shovel and he's going through the remains of his house, trying to salvage whatever he can. Hey, Carlos, if I may, do I have your permission to walk onto your property, sir? So I'm going to join you a little bit. I'm guessing what I'm standing on right now used to be the roof. Is that right?
Yeah, there's the roof over my daughter's bedroom.
You know, as you mentioned, your daughter's bedroom, I mean, what's it like sifting through what used to be her little sanctuary?
It's kind of shattering, actually. I mean, I'm so used to recognizing everything of hers. She's only 12, and so most of everything that she has is something that we've either given her or been around when she's received it. And now to go through and you can see it's just ash and clutter and dirt, and everything is just kind of monochromatic.
You know, right behind us, when we look through what you refer to as being monochromatic, I can see your pool right there, and I'm guessing that's also a symbol of some of the memories that you and your family created in this backyard.
Yeah, actually, one of the things we first fell in love with when we saw this house was the view from the second floor onto the backyard with that spectacular tree and the pool and just the vista. And right now it looks terrifying and apocalyptic, but on any other day it was just this beautiful view of where we live, and then we have the mountains on the other side. And so yeah, we had so many incredible memories with the pool, and I got here and I looked down at the pool full of water, and I mean, the irony of it is inescapable. Like, there's all this water and then it was useless.
And from the looks of your property, I mean, it seems like you did everything right. You had all the clearance behind your house and around your home, but nonetheless the fire just swept through here.
Yeah, when we were leaving, we could see it surging on the ridge over there above Avison, the school where my daughter went to for elementary school. It got destroyed. And when I came back the first time, I actually saw what was basically like sheets of embers just flying everywhere across the street and then the driveway, and it looked impossible. And I think that there was just no way for anybody to prevent this. Yeah.
You and your family left Tuesday night when the fire broke out.
Yeah, that's correct, at about 8:15.
Can you kind of share with us, you know, what happened that night, the decision process, and what you were able to gather?
Sure. So around 8 o'clock, my neighbor next door, Chris, knocked on our door, and he wanted to tell us about the fire, which we'd already gotten the alert to. So I walked down to the end of our driveway, looked at the fire, immediately thought about some friends of ours who live really close to that. So I jumped in the car to drive to their house to make sure they knew and to see if they needed anything. They were already on their way out. They packed their car. They'd lost power. And at the moment when I saw it, there were so many fire trucks, so much emergency equipment there, that I actually thought, oh, this will be okay, despite the wind that we were feeling. By the time I got back to the house, my wife and my kids were already packed in the car because they'd been getting the alerts, and they were terrified, understandably. And so we kind of loaded up quickly. I think our belief at the moment was that this was only going to be for a night or two. We really didn't think that this evacuation was going to be this profound. And so then we spent that night at a school. A friend of ours works at a private school, and she was able to get us access to it. Her house was also in an evacuation zone along with another friend. And so we all took refuge at the school. We've been sleeping there for the last couple nights.
I talked to another neighbor who said he just got out with the clothes on his back, and so important documents, baby pictures, social security cards, all that stuff gone. What's the situation with your family? Were you at least able to get photo albums or baby pictures or birth certificates?
No, literally the same. It was just so immediate. It's kind of comical. The shoes I'm wearing are the worst shoes for something like this. And normally I'm a kind of person who's very prepared and likes to go into situations, do it with all the right equipment. Actually, all my equipment is up there and burnt. And so I didn't even have the right shoes to leave because I just firmly believed we'd be back.
You just left with your clogs?
Yeah, that's it.
In terms of digging through your daughter's bedroom, was that a deliberate choice to start here and perhaps find something to help comfort your daughter? Is that why, or is that's just the closest spot that you can get to for the time being?
It's a bit of both. I think it's the safest spot. There's some little gas leaks down there, and I want to avoid those. And there's some embers underneath that I noticed. And I also was really hoping, I don't know how realistic it is, that I might just come across something shimmery. So my daughter had a little jewelry box that she got over Christmas that she really loved, and she filled it with all her jewelry. And so I thought maybe I could find some of that, because I know where it would be. It would be underneath this ash. But so far, no luck. But yeah.
I can certainly empathize with you trying your best to find some sort of comfort for your daughter. Speaking of which, I mean, how is your wife, or how are your wife and your kids, how are they holding up during this time?
I think we're all in shock. You know, it kind of hits us in waves. This morning I woke up and the reality of it all just seemed to overwhelm me, and I just sat there in a stupor for a little while before I could really function. My daughter, I'm not going to let her see this because I don't think it would help her. My wife, when she was in college, lived in a building that burnt, and she lost everything once before. And as we were leaving, she just turned to me and said, "I can't have that happen again." And to see it happen again, it's just, yeah. It's kind of devastating. And over there's a whole wall where I used to collect books. Maybe I could say I still do, hopefully. And I had about 4,000 books in the house. And so they're all just completely gone.
Yeah, as a lover of books, I can completely empathize with what you're talking about. In terms of, I don't know, shielding your daughter or shielding your wife from all of this, I mean, what's your plan to kind of blunt some of the heartache for them?
Well, sadly, her school is destroyed. So she doesn't have that community to lean into when things start to normalize. And so I don't know how that's going to play out. I had one of my very, very good friends from college messaged me this morning and told me that his family house that he grew up in, nobody's living in it right now, and it's in Connecticut, and he offered it to us. And we're thinking that right now we could literally just get in that car and drive anywhere or go anywhere because we have nothing to take with us. And so I think part of what we're thinking is where we could go just to get away from the trauma and rebuild a bit, and then come back and reconnect with everybody that we love out here. We have such a strong community. We don't want to leave it, but I think that for our mental health, we kind of have to go just reset ourselves somewhere.
You know, I think it's cliched or colloquial, depending upon how you look at it, but a home is the symbol of the American dream. And I don't know, was this the first home you owned, or for you, you know, what's the meaning behind this home for you?
This was the first home that my wife and I ever came home to, where we both would walk inside and just say, we love it here so much. We love the community. We love the feeling of walking into the house. We love the light in the living room. We love the silence of the bedroom. So in many ways, this was like a dream space to be in. And even just the location, for people who've never been here before, it's a spectacularly beautiful area, but it's so vulnerable. And I think now we're getting to experience just how vulnerable and brutal it can be too.
Well, I'm certainly sorry to hear that you're considering moving away, and I thank you for being so gracious to us. And after hearing that, I think the best thing for me to do is to just give you some space and give you a little bit of a break. So thank you for sharing those thoughts and emotions, and I know they're very raw right now, and it's so gracious of you, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Carlos. So if I may, why don't I just give Carlos some space, and if I may, I just send it right back to you on the anchor desk.